have officially made it and crossed into the Sea of Cortez. So we've rounded Cabo and are working our way up north. Last time you saw us, we were preparing the boat for our first big crossing to mainland Mexico, provisioning and enjoying La Paz and the surrounding islands. And then finding out we were pregnant. We made the tough decision to head back home to the central coast of California, leave the boat in Puerto Escondido, and figure out what we were going to do. The following months were filled with lots of change, sometimes uncomfortable change, growth in lots of ways, and many selfies. While I grew the baby, Grant went down to San Diego to take his captain's license course, and he passed with flying colors.
Oh man, I was so close, I missed that.
Yum. Yummy Philly cheesesteak champignons.
Alright.
Yum, thanks babe. Where's yours? We started collecting hand-me-downs and used baby clothes, and practiced folding them.
Oh, onesie. Put that in that pile.
Everything is getting its own pile.
Oh, but there's the pants pile. Here we go, guys. Gotta fold this because the baby's gonna know the difference.
She fell in the hammock. We chilled a lot, and I eventually got back in the water during the 3rd trimester. And the biggest change of all, our friends bought Mundial and sailed her all the way back home to her home port of Morro Bay. We used those funds to buy a 1950s beach house on the central coast of California. We are in the new house. Grant's already inspecting things. He's got his tape measure on his belt. Okay, here's the front door. We walk in, and we got a dining area. We'll probably put a table and chairs here. And then the kitchen, we just exploded some things. With very little furniture, we moved into the house, overwhelmed but excited to have a place of our own. And it needed lots of work.
It's the one on the right that says air. Totally, we're totally moved in. We don't have to do a single thing more. Right, babe?
We're set.
This is how we live. Got our foot massager, our TV. We got all the things we like. Yeah, we're ready. Don't need any help.
On the 2nd day of moving in, we found broken tile in the bathroom and behind it, mold. With little time until baby arrives, we had to get to work.
Just another day at the house here.
Oh my gosh.
Another day in the barn. Dry stitch screws.
Just when we thought we had enough projects. I was finally getting back in the water, very nearly not fitting in Grant's wetsuit, while Grant was gutting and remodeling the only bathroom in the house. I kept my mind at ease by exploring our new backyard. Tapping into my old biologist days, I harvested elderflowers to dry out and later brew elderflower tea. Oh my god, what is she doing? What are you doing? Ember, get out! Get out of there! Ember got into a whole family of field mice in our backyard. Nesting is going so well. We're so ready to bring this baby home in about a month and a half. We're just really just starting to nest, and It's been going great. So the nursery's coming at 32 weeks. Amber's just doing her thing, looking at the flies. In this case, a spider. And Grant is finishing our tile. Ember, get out of there. So, as always, projecting, dividing, and conquering. And I'm trying to get this dresser together. There's our ocean wall, and then stencils to come next. We finished the nursery setup and bathroom remodel, and it was time for the granny unit remodel, so that my parents would have somewhere to stay when visiting postpartum. With just a month to go until baby girl arrives, Grant had to make the tough decision to hire out. For the first time ever, we have hired out because I wouldn't let Grant climb a tree. We have hired out. Yes, we've actually hired someone to do some work. All because I wouldn't let Grant climb that tree himself and do that. Once the diseased and hazardous tree was gone, it was time to remodel the granny unit. More mold.
This is all wet.
Well, I'm telling you, that leak that you're seeing was running right down the valve. So we'll probably have to take that whole thing apart, make sure the valve is down.
We also found a leak behind this valve, so we replaced it. And then this is what's going on in the bathroom right now. All new plumbing, that's where the kitchen will go. All new fixtures and plumbing. We're gonna get a new vanity, a new toilet, new flooring.
All because we wanted a new vanity and toilet.
Deja vu.
2 big trowelfuls, and that's about it.
So if you'd like to hang garments in your new storage area, we recommend you allow 22 to 40.
About to start painting the studio. Me and the girl. Got everything prepped. And now I'm gonna start painting. The studio is complete. Oh, even the 2 weeks before my due date, and the necessary remodels were complete. And now it was time to relax and wait for our baby girl to make her appearance earthside. We celebrated our baby shower with friends and family up north in the Bay Area. And then on Sunday night, September 8th, my water broke at 9 p.m. We drove to the birth center the next morning and the hospital 2 days after that, and more than 30 hours of labor later, Piper was born. We were overjoyed to meet her and finally be heading home on September 12th, happy, healthy, and completely overwhelmed with joy and nerves. The next few weeks brought so many cuddles, tears, sleepless nights, and smiles. She's ready for the pumpkin patch. Our life in a blink had completely changed. We weren't sleeping, there were definitely no more boats in our lives, no more surfing, just surviving and taking care of another human life. The adjustment made me instantly proud of my parents for having raised 3 kids. It was hard with just one. After about 3 weeks, we finally started to leave the house and make our way to the beach. And at 6 weeks, I got back in the water for the first time.
Mama's surfing, isn't she, Piper? Isn't she? There she is right there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo.
We spent Thanksgiving just the 3 of us, borrowing our friend's camper and headed down to Santa Barbara, where I was able to catch more waves since becoming a mother. With views of the Channel Islands in the background.
Can I get a smile from my girl?
And we spent our first holiday together with freshly cooked lobster, campfire, and making new memories. It's hard to believe that 1 year earlier we were on those islands in our sailboat. So much can change in 1 year, but we are happy and hopeful that this change will bring even more adventure and happy memories.
Oh, just one more.
Oh, that was a nice.
Piper's first beach day. She's having...
Life as parents was hard. I was still not getting sleep, and yes, I walked around town like this one time and didn't even notice. But as the days passed, it seemed a little less hard and more fun. This washed-up sailboat, RIP, was the closest thing we were getting to sailboats anytime soon. And yes, it didn't take Grant long to get a drill and start removing some items. He's always looking out for his friends that live on the water.
Hi! Girl and a fox.
And the fun earmuffs we got to wear at all the concerts we would go to, we actually wore around the house as well. Projects commenced as the house needed an HVAC system, so of course Grant got busy, but this time projects took a lot longer with a baby.
Good job, sweetie.
Piper was busy learning to hold her head up while I learned to lean on family and friends so I could get some saltwater therapy. Maidenhood to motherhood is a tough transition. You don't get the freedom you once had to just drop what you're doing and go and surf. And in these moments, it made me realize how truly lucky we are to live where we do. I often missed surfing when we were sailing or when I was pregnant.
Hey, look how big you're getting.
Date nights definitely start to look different as well. It wasn't until Piper was 3 months old that we had our first official home date night. Grant went out and bought oysters, and we shucked them at home. We even began to eat dinner at the table together, and I started baking sourdough again.
Yum.
And then at almost 3.5 months old, it was time for Piper's first plane ride, to visit family in Idaho.
Almost coming out of the water.
That is a big sturgeon.
I like how we were like,
Yeah, that's like
right as I.
New Year Day marked the annual polar bear dip in Cayucas that Grant and I try to do if we are in town. Last year we were in La Paz, Mexico, getting ready to cross the Sea of Cortez for mainland Mexico. But this year couldn't look any further from that. Things have slowed down a lot, and we're okay with that. Getting to be Piper's parents has been the best gift, the most rewarding project of them all. We traded the open ocean for the uncharted waters of raising our baby girl. Leaving behind our dream voyage of crossing the Pacific to return home, we've created new dreams and a new kind of adventure, filled with all new obstacles, new firsts, first smiles, first giggles, and a love deeper than any horizon we chased out at sea.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round.
You sure we good with this? I only have my phone.
Delivering meal. Here's our version of meal train. Thanks for tuning in to this short, updated episode. For those of you still out there chasing dreams, sailing, working on boats, we wish you fair winds and following seas. And maybe our paths will cross again one day.